Tell me about the doomsday fatwa.
Every time you deposit $1 in the bank and they can lend $10, they've created $9 new of new money, which is the definition of riba. But the very act of creating money in the act of lending, credit creation, that's money creation. And that's not allowed in Islam. More debt, more cheap money, more inflation, another crash.
Okay, so how do Sharia and conventional economic systems differ in their identification and resolution of inflation and unemployment issues?
So firstly, inflation is defined as continuous rise in prices caused by factors like excessive money supply, rising interest rates and declining production. From a conventional perspective, inflation arises due to demand pull, cost push factors and excessive currency circulation. Islamic economics categorizes inflation into two types, which is natural and human-induced causes. Natural inflation arises from events like natural disasters, while human-induced inflation results from corruption, monopolies and excessive money circulation. While on the other hand, unemployment refers to the working-age population actively seeking work but unable to find jobs. Conventional economics identifies three types of unemployment, which are cyclical, structural and frictional. In short, inflation and unemployment are more influenced by systemic issues like governance, education and technological shifts than by aggregate demand, while conventional and Islamic economics share similar inflationary frameworks. Islamic economics offers unique solutions emphasizing moral responsibility and ethical governance. How Islamic economy combat unemployment and what are the key concepts and differences in their underlying economic principles between Islamic and conventional economic systems?
Okay, so to begin with, rationality in conventional economics is centered on the concept of the rational economic man, focusing solely on self-interest and neglecting moral and ethical values, emphasizing only the material world without considering the hereafter. So conversely, Islamic economics forms an Islamic man whose action actually align with Islamic principles, aiming to achieve al-falah, prioritizing success in both this life and the hereafter. So for wealth distribution, in Islamic economics includes zakat, sedekah, infak and other charitable means, whereas in conventional economics only relies on taxes and allowances. Okay, so the first mechanisms of the Islamic economy to address the problem of unemployment is Islamic banks. Islamic banks raise and employ money through speculations and trade, selling goods and renting, offering banking services within the framework of Islamic law with the aim of achieving economic development and social solidarity while prohibiting riba. Evidently, Grameen Bank provide capital to the unemployed and the poor in the form of loans without financial guarantees to finance their individual or joint investment projects. For the next mechanisms, zakat. Zakat plays a crucial role in addressing unemployment in various aspects, such as it distributes wealth fairly, expands the ownership base, and enhance the number of holders. So, zakat actually can contribute in combating unemployment by offering work supplies of machinery, equipment and services to workers in order to become productive capacity, as well as spending on training programs for unemployed youth to qualify them for work in light of the needs of the labor market. But last but not least, wakaf. Wakaf have provided job opportunities for those who manage them and for those who have contributed to the provisions of jobs through the projects. They also were keen to ensure that the facilities secure the longevity and financial sustainability of their donations. Furthermore, there are actually significant factors in indirectly helping people find work by providing permanent financial resources for endowments to perform their duties and functions to the fullest while building skills and professionalism in the workforce.
How can Islamic financing instruments serve as a sustainable solution to youth unemployment?
From the case study that I read, youth unemployment is serious problem in Nigeria. Many young people are ready to work, but they can't find jobs. over 37% of the labor force is unemployed. This leads to poverty and slows down the country's economy. So back to the question, yes, Islamic financing instruments can solve this problem. One example is mudarabah. So mudarabah is an agreement between two people, two agents. One group provide the money and the other use it to run a business, basically manage the business. So they share the profits instead of paying the interest. So it makes it easier for young people to start business and create job opportunities for others. Another example is sukuk, which is like a bond but follow Islamic rules. So sukuk is used to raise money for big projects like the infrastructure like hospital, public school. So these projects create job for many people and help communities grow stronger. So back on the case study, Nigeria is rich in natural resources. So but because of bad governance and corruption, Nigeria's economic growth does not match its potential. So the implementation of sukuk ensures that the money is used properly. So this reduces waste and corruption, so making sure that every part of the projects brings value to the communities and people. So like as I said, Islamic finance give young people hope. So it helps them to start up their business, find jobs and contribute to the economy. By using tools like mudarabah and sukuk can reduce unemployment and make life better for its citizens. What mechanism within the Islamic economic system can effectively address unemployment and poverty in Muslim countries?
From the article that I've read, I'll be talking about how the Islamic economic system can help solve unemployment and poverty in its Muslim country. So there are various Islamic economic system that can help unemployment and poverty, but I'll be talking four main mechanisms, which are Islamic banking, zakat, wakaf and entrepreneurship development. So let's start with Islamic banking. So as we all know, it is based on interest-free transaction which encourage ethical investment and also help provide loans to those in need without burdening them with interest. So this supports businesses and also create jobs to people who in need. Moving on to the next mechanism, which is zakat. Zakat is a form of almsgiving where Muslims give a portion of their wealth to the poor. So this redistribution helps to reduce poverty and also ensure that health and wealth is shared more fairly within society. Moving on to the next mechanism, which is wakaf. So wakaf is when people donate assets like land or property for social purposes. The income generated from wakaf can fund to schools, hospitals or even create jobs which can benefit the society. Lastly, the final mechanism that I'll be talking is entrepreneurship development. So Islam encourages entrepreneurship, which helps create jobs and boost the economy. So by supporting small businesses or startup, we can reduce unemployment and also poverty. In conclusion, these four mechanisms, which are Islamic banking, zakat, wakaf and also entrepreneurship development, are key tools in addressing unemployment and also poverty. First, Islamic banking provides financial support ethically, while zakat redistributes wealth to the needy. Wakaf funds social projects and entrepreneurship foster great job creation. Together, they create a holistic approach to economic stability and social welfare in Muslim countries.
How can promoting entrepreneurship and productive work in Islamic economics help reduce unemployment?
Okay, Islamic economics offers certain way to solve unemployment by promoting entrepreneurship and productive work. Okay, first one is mudarabah. Mudarabah is a type of Islamic finance where people can start business without taking debt. Instead, they share profit and loss with investors. These people who don't have money can start business. Government can also support this by funding mudarabah for SMEs, which are important to help create job and boost the economy. This gives unemployed person a chance to work and become independent. Okay, second one is family support for business. Families are very important in order to help people becoming entrepreneurs. Parents can teach their children about the value of starting a business. In Islam, running a business is seen as a way to grow both financially and spiritually. This not only help families but also reducing unemployment in communities. Okay, next is entrepreneurship-based education. According to the article, the curriculum concept is very important because it represents curriculum as a substance, system and curriculum field of study. For instance, Tafsir program graduates can learn on how to start and run business. This helps them create jobs for themselves and others instead of just looking for another jobs. Okay, last one is zakat and wakaf. Based on the article, this process increase the purchasing power of the poor, increase market demand and generate more job opportunities. Zakat gives money to support small business, while wakaf fund big projects like schools and hospitals, so that they can create more jobs. This tool combine moral values with economic growth and help people in need. In short, Islamic economic can reduce unemployment by promoting entrepreneurship and productive work. Tools like zakat, wakaf, mudarabah, and along with family support and better education, this can help people becoming more independent and create more jobs. What challenges do Islamic finance face in reducing unemployment?
So according to the article review that I've conducted, I found several challenges faced by Islamic finance in order to reduce unemployment. For the first challenge, it is the lack of awareness and understanding among general population. This challenge can be found in the first article that I have reviewed, written by Mohamed 2013. According to the author, it is challenging to sell the services provided by Islamic finance because many people didn't fully understand the nature of their own job, making it harder for them to actually handle their own financial crisis. This lack of knowledge and care leads to misconception, and hesitation in adopting Islamic microfinance. For instance, some potential customers may avoid Islamic financial system because they wrongly associate it with conventional financial system. This limits the reach of Islamic finance and reduces its ability to create jobs. So the second challenge is limited access to crowdfunding. Models such as musyarakah and mudharabah are the main of Islamic finance, which it allows the sharing of risk and rewards. However, many Islamic institutions prefer safer alternatives such as murabahah, which it reduces the risk for the institution itself. Many banks have moved away from these methods, even though this approach are consistent with the nature of the investment. The preference for these low-risk methods makes it harder for small business to gain startup money for their business. They often struggle to secure capital under murabahah, which is the main for a business to start. When this crisis occurs, they will have no funds to operate, leading to problems such as unable to pay their employee. To overcome this situation, institution must prioritize crowdfunding and often better support entrepreneurs. According to my second article review, it can be found that the absence of proper Sharia governance is one of the challenges faced by Islamic finance. As we know, Sharia governance played a vital role in ensuring Islamic finance operates according to the Islamic principle. However, Islamic finance has been regulating itself since its start without proper supervision or intervention of genuinely independent authorities. Without a proper governance, there will be no proper rulings. There are inconsistencies in Sharia rulings across the world. This will confuse the public and make them lose trust in Islamic finance. Furthermore, central banks will also not be pleased with Islamic banks, because the inconsistencies make it harder for them to compete with conventional system. For an example, models such as mudharabah and musyarakah will not be applied effectively as there are no proper rulings. To sum up my point, it can't be denied that Islamic finance have great potential to reduce unemployment. However, it faces significant challenges that need to be addressed. For me, I think every agency should help address this challenge in hope that everyone could try their best to address this challenge to make sure there will be no unemployment crisis in Islamic countries.